What did you make of Crawford's performance against Madrimov?
For me, I think he lost. He lost the fight or draw.
Okay.
Or could be the other side. He knows why his weight class is there.
Stuff
right?
about me going up and having a tough time, but he went up in weight and lost. That's the difference. I went up weight and won. He went up and lost. You know, so let's not do that, Canelo.
Canelo Alvarez believes Terence Crawford lost to Israel Madrimov. Like when I first saw the fight initially, I said the fight could have went either way. And I still feel that way, even after watching the replay. Now, I thought Madrimov lost the fight in the championship rounds. So I gave it 7-5 to Terence Crawford. Now, some of my homies believe Madrimov did enough to keep his title. So they said it should be a draw or Madrimov should have got a close decision. And that's the debate here. That's up for debate because some people believe Madrimov didn't do enough to keep his title. And I felt in the championship rounds, he didn't do enough. But some people believe that he did enough to keep his title. Crawford didn't do enough. And I think as boxing fans, we got spoiled. Crawford hasn't went to a decision for 8 years. So we're used to Crawford going in the ring, dominating, getting the knockout. So they asked Canelo Alvarez, who did he think won the Terence Crawford-Madrimov fight? He said he thought Crawford lost or was a draw. Crawford's response to that was, I went up in weight and won. He went up in weight and lost. But actually, that was the second time that Canelo went to 175. The first time he went up in weight, he was successful. He beat Sergio Kovalov for the light heavyweight title, but made him a 4-division champion. The second time he went up in weight, that's when he lost to Dimitri Bivol. Shout out to Coach Malachi Williams. Shout out to In the Ring with Christine. That crew does a good job. I'm going to just piggyback on what they were saying. True boxing fans do not care about pay-per-view numbers, if a guy's a star or not. We just want to see the best fights that can be made, right? That's what we want to see. Why do I constantly see, quote, boxing fans saying, well, Crawford only sold 110K, the Prince lost $10 million, Crawford can't sell, my fighter is more popular than your fighter. Look how much my fighter's making and your fighter's making. You sound stupid. You don't sound like real boxing fans. You sound like you're a fan of man. How much a fighter is making is not my concern. I want to see the best fights that can be made. Their money does not trickle down to me. Who is Terence Crawford going to fight next? Now we talk about Fedora, Virgil Ortiz, Jaron Boots Ennis, Teofimo Lopez. But Fedora has already made it clear he doesn't want to fight Terence Crawford next. He wants Errol Spence. He said he'll fight Terence Crawford down the line. Okay, let's go to Virgil Ortiz. I told you this team is moving him in a different direction. Golden Boy says they want Virgil Ortiz in 2 more fights. And I think one of those fights would be Tim Tszyu if he beats Baccarat. So Virgil Ortiz Jr. will not be fighting Terence Crawford maybe late 2025 or maybe early 2026. Now we look at Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez is probably going to fight Brian Norman, or he's going to stay at 140. He's not even making a plunge at 154, so he's just talking. Jaron Boots Ennis and Eddie Hearn has made it clear. They'll call out Terence Crawford's name, but they have made it clear they want to be undisputed at 147 before moving up to fight Terence Crawford. More than unlikely, he will be there. And as a boxing fan, these are all fights I wouldn't mind seeing. And there is some truth about Crawford's resume. It could be better, but the reality is, since he moved up from 140, nobody wants to fight him. They want to age him out. So my question to you, if Fedora's not available, Virgil Ortiz is not available, Tim Tszyu's not available, and Teofimo Lopez and Jaron Boots Ennis are playing the name game, who is Crawford supposed to fight next? My opinion is if Danny Garcia could beat Lara, maybe Crawford could go up to 160 and try to win a 5th division title. That's the only solution I have. If nobody at 154 wants to fight you, what are you going to do? And I'm not talking about Erickson Lubin, so you can kill that. Leave your thoughts and comments below. JBZ, I'm gone.